Welcome.
Shooter McGavin.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up here, people. Remember that.
Wait, what?
5 stars, people.
5
5 stars. MLS comes back, people. Remember that.
Well, Betis doesn't have anything, so I'll just crouch down a little bit. Anyways, hello everybody. Welcome to episode 27. Ooh, Sal, can you get 27? Japanese?
Juni, what's 7? Junihachi? Yeah, I believe so. Junihachi.
Junihachi, bro.
All right, well, I don't know Japanese, so I'm going to say that is correct.
Yeah, Junihachi. Yeah, Junihachi.
Anybody that watches this and knows Japanese, comment and let Sal know if he was correct as well, or if he was just completely wrong.
Right.
But yes, 27. What happened?
Well, I know 10 is Jew, because the joke is 10 is Jew in Japanese. So I'm not being raised to Jewish people either. So let's just get that.
Make sure you clarify, bro. 2020, you gotta clarify all statements.
For real. We do not condone that. Anyways.
Yeah.
Welcome. Hello. Good evening. Good afternoon. Good morning. I don't know. We always do this. It's like takes forever, but then I don't know. I have fun with it because
icebreaker.
What ice did we break?
I mean, the introduction,
I know. I'm messing with you, man. Goodness gracious, that was fun. So yes, I am not wearing this Betis jersey in pity, but they did get robbed. We could get there later. Anyways, hello Sal. Hello Just.
Hello.
How you guys doing?
All right.
It's a beautiful Tuesday, right?
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
The sun's still out.
Are you guys getting ready for that day of love?
Oh no.
Not at all.
Oh yeah, no, yes. The politically correct answer is yes. I am getting ready for that. I'm very excited. Very excited. This Friday. Love you, babe.
Oh man.
Did y'all hear it? I didn't hear it, right?
Yeah, we heard
it. Kind of, yeah. I heard a faint response. So anyways, today we will go over some La Liga, the one game I believe that happened in the Premier League, right? Or 2 games, 1 or 2.
City got
canceled
because of the storm or whatnot. So I think it was 2 games.
And then Sal will bring us some A-League news or updates and scores. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then we will speak on the Milan Derby. And then we'll just have some casual football chit-chat.
Yeah, we got some couple of rumors and stuff that I want to talk about, get you guys' opinions on, and casual football chit-chat, I guess.
Yeah. So here we go. But just a recap on, I don't know if they're corrections or just things that I want to just touch up again, but Lunin, the goalkeeper from Real Madrid that I said got the contract terminated from Real Valladolid, he ended up going to Real Oviedo in the 2nd division of Spanish football. And Carles Alenia, the Barca product, the midfielder, did go to Real Betis. So I got that one correct, I believe. I'm not sure. I forgot what I said in the last episode. But now we begin. I'm going to go over the games that I called important matches, so on and so forth, and we'll go from there. And so La Liga Round Up is as follows. Levante and Leganés. Levante takes a 2-0 win in that game. Very easy. Leganés is still struggling to find consistency, and they still find themselves in the relegation zone. Getafe and Valencia. Getafe convincingly showed that they belong in the 3rd spot and won 3-0 against Valencia. Espanyol beat Mallorca 1-0. So that was interesting, and that will get into the relegation zone battle later after all of this. Sociedad and Bilbao, the beautiful Basque Derby that we were all awaiting. Real Sociedad takes the win, 2-1. And thanks to Alexander Isak, the Finnish youngster that is just blowing down the competition. He single-handedly took Real Madrid out of the Copa del Rey, and he just kept it going this weekend. Osasuna and Madrid, well, my good old Real Madrid takes a 4-1 victory, and it was lovely. Kind of scary at first. I thought that was going to be one of those weekends where we didn't come to play, but Zidane has the boys playing. Celta De Vigo played against Sevilla at Valladolid, and they got the 2-1 win. I thought my chair broke, and I was going to disappear from the screen. Betis and Barca, that game ended 2-3 in favor of Barcelona. And so that means Barca is still 3 points behind Real Madrid at the moment. The Sociedad Bilbao game, Alexander Isak didn't start. He did start off the bench, or came off the bench. He came in the 55th and basically assisted the first goal as soon as he came on. And then later in the match, scored the game-winning goal. William Jose was the striker that started. I feel pretty bad for him. He kind of seemed like the man at Sociedad last season, and he's slowly losing his spot to Alexander Isak, which is just taking names left and right. Odegaard did not play. He didn't even go on the bench. I guess he was getting rested. He had a knock on, Thursday that they played Real Madrid in the Copa del Rey. And so that's that. And my whole thing about this game that kind of like, as I was watching it, kind of pissed me off. Like, this is where La Liga is like levels below the Premier League. This is a derby, right? There's no promotion for it on BN other than, maybe like in the game before they're like, oh, we got a good, Basque Derby coming on and blah, blah, you should tune in. But there's no like commercials to amp it up. It's a historic, derby in La Liga. Like, there should be something to it. And then the fact that they only had one commentator or analyst or whatever you want to call him for the game.
Really?
So there was times where he was just quiet and you're just watching the game. Like, if you're neutral and you're like, oh, I want to watch La Liga or I want to get into La Liga, and you tune into this game, you don't even know it's a derby probably, because the guy is just, like.
Well, who do you put that on though? Do you blame BN or is it La Liga's problem?
I guess it goes both. In the promotional aspect, it goes to La Liga. And then for not communicating that to or for not emphasizing it to being this should be something that we should promote, to get viewers and stuff like that to our league. And then on the other hand is BN, because they don't take the initiative to do anything about it either. And then on the commentary side, it's just straight BN. Like, it's a pretty big game. Like, I know it's early in the morning. Like, you think maybe people aren't going to tune in or something, but there are hinchas or supporters clubs in America for these two teams, whether you think there is or there isn't. And so, and it's just, I don't know, it just kind of killed the game in a sense for me, because I was watching it and I knew personally, because I'm a La Liga fan, but when it's just quiet, you're just sitting there, watching a game. It's just weird. Like, you don't hear a guy talking, you don't hear stats or, any little thing, it's just, it made it awkward. And that really bothered me. I feel like BN and La Liga need to step up. And then of course, on the screen, what you would see is Real Madrid, Barcelona, March 1st.
Of course.
That's weeks away.
Course, yeah.
That's weeks away, but it's it's already starting. That is, of course, a headline. And okay, I'd like it because it's my team, but we got this nice, beautiful derby in front of us, and you're just shitting on it with putting Madrid and Barca, the El Clásico, miles ahead of it. But yeah, that was it. And Alexander Isak, I think, made it 8 games in a row that he scored. So the boy is doing work. I believe he came from Dortmund. I did a little bit of digging, and I believe he came from Dortmund. And then I don't know. They're saying that he's going to be the next Zlatan, but time will tell. He is a pretty good player.
Big shoes to fill.
Yeah, really big shoes to fill, but he is a good player. So if he keeps it up the way he's going, he could probably get a move from Real Sociedad to a bigger club. I'm not saying that Sociedad is not a big club, but in La Liga they're a big club. But across Europe, they're not so big. So I proceed. Osasuna and Madrid. Real went down early in a bad corner coverage, pretty sloppy coverage on the corner there. Left the man wide open, heads it, boom, ran into the net. And it kind of top bins, not really, but it's pretty close. And I would have to say Isco later then tied it up 1-1. And for me, Isco was the man of match. He didn't do anything too crazy, but he showed up when we needed him to. Zidane had faith and started him, and he basically showed Zidane that you made the right call. He had about like 86% pass succession, a couple dribbles here and there, no assists, but he did score the equalizer, and that's when things started rolling for us. Benzema becomes Madrid's all-time assist leader, topping Ronaldo. He now has 132. Some outlets say that it's 133, so that number is yet to be determined. I looked on the Madrid webpage. They, of course, only had this season stats, nothing for the assist lead or record. Jovic scored, which is a great sign.
Is that his first goal or no?
That's his second goal of the season. In a league match, I believe he hasn't scored in any other match.
A good sign.
Yeah, but it's a good sign. It was a beautiful goal, Zidane-esque, Champions League, right off the volley, and it was a rocket. I'm surprised it didn't blow a hole in the net, to be honest. Like if you didn't see it, like you definitely missed it, because from when the ball left his foot into the back of the net, it was like split second, like blink of an eye. And then another interesting note is Bale is just complete garbage.
Oh, really? Don't get me started.
Yeah, but
I just woke up, baby.
Wait. You're taking this completely into a different topic of conversation.
I'm gonna chill out.
You're trying to take it into a different topic of conversation.
Chill out. I'm not gonna say anything.
Bale is not having his best season.
Too much golf.
And then, well, it could be golf. I don't know what it is, but he showed no initiative, no aggressiveness, no nothing. He was just kind of lollygagging there. And I think Zidane was trying to run a 4-4-2, but Bale decides that he wants to hug the sidelines as always. And it's not working for him, and it's not going to continue working for him. So yeah, that was my last bit on the Osasuna Real Madrid game. But Bale, sit on the bench. Hello, Sal.
Yes. How about Ramos with his little tricks again, getting in the way of people?
Where and which play are you talking about?
There's a play. Let's see, where he physically elbowed. I forgot what player it was. I remember seeing it on ESPN where he gets in the way of a player and he does his Ramos-esque again.
Yeah, bro. Ramos doing Ramos things, bro.
Well, that's always going to happen. It's not really a trick if you get away with it, I guess. Well, actually, yeah, it is. I don't know. But the VAR, we have VAR for things like that. They didn't go to it. So you can call it, I guess, any which way. As a Madrid fan, I'm going to say he was trying to get in front of the opposition. So, moving your arms, kind of,
We need some of these tweets from Barcelona fans calling him a cheat and
Well, when we get to the Betis game, I'll say a couple. I'll explain a couple memes that I saw that kind of had me laughing. Which actually we're rolling into the Betis Barca game. Betis.
We're Bale already? Okay, I guess I'll.
What are we gonna say about Bale? Go say what you need to say, Jay.
I don't need to say anything about. Well, actually, you know what? There we go. That's what I had to say about.
There you go.
All right.
That's what you're working on?
I wasn't working on. You got me so excited. I didn't want to go on a tangent, so I just wanted to put up the banner really quick. And that's all I gotta say. So
I would say that at this moment I can agree with you on that. And so that was the final bit to Osasuna Madrid.
I just want to know how he's been able to stay at least the last 2 seasons. How is he still there? It's got to be the wages or whatnot that he's getting paid, because I think he's getting paid.
He just doesn't want to leave. So I guess.
I mean, I wouldn't leave either.
Yeah,
he's getting that money. So.
He's getting paid to play golf, so whatever.
So because I believe Tottenham tried to get him away in the winter transfer, but and his agent keeps saying like, yeah, we're getting calls, but we're not taking anything, and we keep saying Madrid, we're not going to take anything.
He's going to milk that Madrid contract, boy.
I mean, the only ones willing to pay him were China, and he got brought back as soon as he was going to get on that plane.
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully something from him comes about for the rest of the season. We still got a long season. We got Champions League. We know what he's done in Champions League before. So,
hey man, good luck with that.
Hey, we're in first, so I'm good.
No, I feel you.
Least of my concerns at the moment, but I just wanted to point out that he's horrible right now.
Bail to Miami.
We'll talk about that later. So Betis and Barca, a very interesting game. It had a lot of, well, not a lot, but it had some dynamic to it, being that Betis took away the win. Madrid is sitting 6 points clear of Barcelona, and 2 weeks away from 2 or 3 weeks away from playing in the Clásico. So that would have been interesting. Betis scored early in the 6th minute off a penalty. Then 3 minutes later, which is the beautiful golden rule in football, if you don't know, the first 3 minutes after scoring are basically what is it? I forget what it is.
I don't know. I don't know if it's a technical saying, but I know it's the most dangerous time to be defending.
Basically, yeah. So, and then literally 6 minutes to 9 minutes, Frankie de Jong scores off of a Messi assist, which in the game, Messi actually had 3 assists, so he assisted every goal that Barca scored. Fekir later gives a lead, and it's a horrible day for Fekir after Fekir, right? Fekir.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I felt like I had said something else. And then so it was a good day for him. Well, it started good, and then by the end of the match, I believe in the 72nd or 76th minute, something like that, he got a second yellow, basically for making a hand gesture and possibly saying something. Like, that's the thing, we don't even know if he even said anything, but supposedly the hand gesture was enough for the ref to give him a second yellow and then send him off. And then right after, I believe minutes before that, being sent off, Lenglet scored the third goal for Barca, giving them the 3-2 lead. So it was just like, boom, you get scored on. 4 minutes later, bye-bye, now you're down to 10 men. And then it really didn't last long, because in the 79th minute, Lenglet ends up getting his second yellow and gets sent off. So they're back to even keel. And Quique Setién, I guess, put in some tactic where they just held the ball, because Barca had like 72% possession. So they basically killed the game. And Betis was unable to at least get the draw. My question though, when you see a player talking to a ref about something and he gets a yellow, do you think that's BS? Because for me, like, why do you give a yellow for just, giving your opinion on something? Like, even if you say like, I would say you would have to say something very derogatory to get a yellow. But like, if you're just explaining like what's going on and you're in the heat of the moment, you might be loud or whatever. Mm-hmm. Does that really deserve a yellow?
No,
I don't think so. Unless you're, like you said, unless it's something derogatory, or, if you're demonstrative and, you know what I mean? Like, you're out of control and then maybe, but I mean, there has to be, for me, there has to be an account of the emotions of the game. You know what I mean? Like, you're playing freaking 90 minutes or freaking, locked in, something goes in, not in your favor, you're going to have a reaction. So if he's over there saying, if he goes, hey man, well, that wasn't an effing foul, and you're not looking at this and that, I don't think that's a yellow card. But if he's like, yo, fuck you and your family, and you know what I'm saying, die after you leave the match, then I guess that's a yellow card. You know what I mean?
I mean, so some of these referees are too thin-skinned, and they think they control the game, and then it's all about them.
Yeah. Hollywood referee, bro.
So Mike Dean. Exactly, that's why you get what you get. But if a player is just going like, and I know the players are probably saying this nowadays, go look in VAR, go have a look at the monitor, and that's probably what's getting them these yellow cards, aka Martinez for Inter getting 2 games banned for telling the ref, monitor, go.
Yo,
these things like that don't make any sense.
To be fair, bro, the refereeing in 2019 and 20 so far in every sport that I've watched this year is shocking. It's really bad. Like I don't know what's like VAR is supposed to be making things better. It's literally gone in a complete different direction.
Yeah,
I thought
because
basketball refereeing was bad, bro.
Because
Lord,
even earlier in that same game, a player was Betis was showing a yellow card for dissent. So it's just like, where does it end? Like, you know, like you really, like you might as well just stay quiet from now on. But like, I don't get it. Like, I'm just using this as an example, not because I dislike Barca, but when something happens to a Barca player, they get like 3 to 4 or 5 players around the ref.
And they've been doing that ever since I've been watching the sport.
Yeah, they can talk all this shit they want, and nothing happens. Nothing comes out of it. But as soon as one player from another team or any other team, you see, I don't want people to think I'm like just.
Yeah, you're already getting clipped up. You're already getting clipped up. Any Barca fan that sees this, they're like, "Yo, he's."
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's true though. Like one player goes up by himself, and it's a different story. You know what I'm saying? Yellow card, dissent, blah blah. You know, it's like where's the difference in that? Like, you know, you're getting ganged up by basically a quarter of the team, but you don't do anything about it. I don't know. That's that. And then let's go to La Liga table, how things are shaping up. I'm going to do the top 6. I'll throw in 7 because they're basically tied with 6th place. And then I'll do the relegation battle. We got Real Madrid, 1st place. Round of applause. 52 points. Barca, 49 points. Getafe, not sitting far behind. They are 42 points in 3rd place. Atletico de Madrid in 4th with 39. In 5th, Sevilla with 39 as well. Tiebreaker goes to Atletico de Madrid. Real Sociedad, with their win over Bilbao, jumped into the top 6, and they are in 6th place with 37 points. And Valencia, with their loss to Getafe, dropped to 7th. And they're behind Real Sociedad with the same amount of points, 37 in 7th place. The relegation battle is as follows. 18th, Mallorca, 18 points. 19, Leganés, 18 points. 20, Espanyol, 18 points. So that relegation battle, my friends, is enticing. It is interesting. And the funny thing about it is Espanyol actually won, and they stayed in 20th place. That's the shocker of it all. Celta De Vigo, with their win, actually jumped out of the relegation zone and switched spots with Mallorca. They are now sitting at 20 points in 17th place, 4 points behind the next team above them. So basically, it's these 4 teams that are going to end up battling it out. I hate to see Espanyol go down, but there's a part of me that just, for some reason, likes Celta De Vigo, and I'm going to root for them to not go down into the 2nd tier of Spanish football. So, I don't know. We'll see how that shapes up. But it's very interesting that 3 teams are tied with the same amount of points. I may have seen it before, but I've never paid too much attention to it, and I'm not keeping up with it as on a weekly basis as I am now for the show. So it's more interesting. I'm more hyped, I guess. In La Liga news, a little side note, Dembélé was injured, I believe, last week or something of the sort. He's out for 6 months. So Barcelona is asking the association to make a transfer for an attacking player outside of the transfer window. It is allowed. The injury sustained to the player has to be a minimum of 5 months. Since Dembélé is going to be out for 6 months, they can be approved. Doesn't mean they will be approved. So they have, I guess they're in the process of asking the Spanish Association or Federation. And so we'll see how that turns out. The crazy thing about it is that this is his 9th injury since he joined Barcelona, and he's only made 74 appearances in almost 3 years that he's been there.
I'm actually glad that you mentioned that because he was one of the topics that I had written down. He joined them 2017, 2018. He's had like 4 muscular injuries. He's tore a couple of things. And my question to you guys is, are we ever going to see, is he ever going to reach his potential? Like, are we ever going to see that guy that was at Dortmund? or is it like
He's had flashes,
Mhm.
and you always think he's gonna get there, and then boom, he gets injured. If he can stay not injured, I believe yes, and that will be
It's a big if.
he will wreak havoc on a lot of teams in La Liga because he's a great player. It's just unfortunate that he continues to get injured. So
No, he was an issue at Dortmund. Dortmund were glad to sell him. He'll end up in Ligue 1 somewhere and on a team, and I mean that's probably the best he can do. I mean, everyone who's come in since Neymar left has been a flop at this point in time. So
That's true.
well, Coutinho wasn't really a flop. He just didn't work in that system. He just
Well, look rather floppish to me, bro.
yeah, to me as well.
I don't know. For me, he didn't seem to like the dynamic of the team. He didn't fit it. So I guess you could say he flopped because he wasn't performing. But I think there was other variables to the matter. Well, that's just my.
I always think about what Zlatan said about Barcelona when he was there, bro, about how they cater to Messi and whatever. But before we leave the La Liga topic, quick question for both of you guys. I'm pretty sure I know what the answer is going to be, but there's 15 games left. Who's going to take that league? Is it going to be Madrid or Barcelona? Real Madrid, I should say, or Barcelona?
Getafe. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, that would be freaking nuts.
that would make everything interesting. No, it's gonna be Real Madrid. I don't think Barcelona is at their peak of what they used to be, and just everything going on behind the scenes does affect the team. So
I think we're seeing the end of that, their run as always being the top of that league. Yeah, I think so.
Messi the city.
Yeah,
that would be. I think it's pointless, but whatever. That's another topic for another day.
I saw freaking pictures of him in a Man United jersey. I'm like, yeah, you think I'm gonna get hyped for this nonsense? I don't believe any of that crap.
Yeah, so Real Madrid is definitely gonna win this. I said at the beginning when we started, I believe our podcast show.
2 points.
And I briefly. Well, at this moment we're 3 points, so I guess I'd take the over. Yeah, I don't know how that works. But yeah, Zidane has the boys where we want them, barring injuries or massive amounts of injuries. We have a good team. The young guns, Vinicius and Rodrigo, are doing what they should do. Vinicius is coming back to light after looking like he was going to have a down season. He does terrorize the left there, but unfortunately, Hazard will be back this weekend versus Celta De Vigo. So
hot boy,
yeah,
Vinicius, yeah, he has. Vinicius will see less minutes unless he plays on the right hand side, which I don't know. Maybe he's done. I can't really recall right now, but it's not too bad to have Vinicius and Rodrigo available, and I think Zidane will get back into the rotating that he did that one season where we had basically an A team and a B team, and we were just rolling through the league, and we won in the Champions League. I believe that was the year we beat Juventus. So yeah, Zidane is back, and he's basically showing that he's able to do what he once did. So yeah, we definitely are winning the league. And everybody, that is the La Liga Round Up.
We need to get some music in here. Like
we do need to put music.
What we need to do is to get better with these banners. That would be.
Hey man, hey, we'll get there.
Eventually we'll get there.
Staff meeting.
All right, let's take it down under to Australia for this one.
Yeah, let's go.
Since it was Derby weekend all weekend. So first off, we have both Melbourne teams, Melbourne City and Melbourne Victory. City taking a 2-1 over Victory. Victory, ever since they lost Honda, they lost that Honda control, and they're like on some like Toyota cruise control for some reason.
What a great player Honda's been over the years, man.
Sucks, but
that's the same Honda?
Bro, that's got to be the same Honda. I don't know any Honda, other Honda. It's the only Honda, bro. Bro, Cascade, all they do is lit, man.
It's not Civic Honda, that's for sure. But they lost Honda, and yeah, That control they had in the midfield just went away for victory. Surprising though, because it's looking like they're gonna miss their playoffs for the first time in about 7 or 8 years.
Oh wow!
So massive blow to them. Next one, we have Justin's Perth Glory.
Perth Glory! Tell me about him, mate.
Against Wellington Phoenix. It's called what was it called? It's called the Long Distance Derby. So Wellington is in New Zealand, right?
Uh-huh.
And of course, Perth is on the far eastern coast of Australia. So long distance derby. But Perth, 9 games unbeaten right now. So they're on a great streak right now. Since they started the season losing, I think it was 3 or 4 games in a row that they lost.
Holler at me, Benzi. I'm on this A-League thing, bro. Perth Glory. Let's go.
I'm still in shock that you even, but whatever.
So Perth Glory actually jumped over Wellington Phoenix in the stands. They are now in 3rd place. And with Wellington sitting right behind them, it was one of those games where you would think Wellington would have had it, but they just played horrendous. And Perth, thanks to Popovich, they were passing the ball, attacking, defending. It was just a masterclass from the premier winners from last year. Saturday's game, we have the Sydney Derby, which was rained out thanks to the weather, like it was in Europe. Everything getting rained out somewhere, somehow. So that's rescheduled, which sucks. You have Brisbane and Adelaide. Brisbane being coached by former Scouser, Robbie Fowler. I mean, Brisbane.
Sorry. I know that was rude.
I mean, go look on soccer Twitter, and by this you have to say it in that Australian accent, soccer Twitter. I don't know how to do it, but they all want the Scouser gone. Get the Scouser out of there. He's been doing bad. I mean, he has a 4-game unbeaten streak right now, but he's Arteta right now. 3 games in a row were draws, and this is their first victory in, I think it was 6 losses in a row, I believe it was.
Holy cow.
So, and there's a thing about Australian soccer in that they don't fire you for 18 months. So they let you go 18 months losing. So you can, since there's no relegation, I mean, you can just lose for 18 months straight and they'll be like, he'll get better next game. He'll get better.
No, that's job security right there for you.
Yeah. If you want to learn how to be a coach, just go to Australia, start out there.
I mean, that is a great thing to do. But Brisbane 1-2-1 in what was a scramble for the first goal. And you had a player lose a toenail in the first goal. Really, I forget his name, but the camera pans away from the goal celebration to him as he's sitting in the goal, taking off his boot.
I saw that.
Plucking his toenail.
The whole toe.
Yeah. People are like, Australia and Fox doing their best, not showing the good parts, but showing these. I was interested in it, guys. Literally, I'm here without a toenail too from playing the game.
Oh man,
I was watching him like, oh man, he's picking his toenail off. Like you see him like pulling that.
Yeah, I remember his boy was like, his teammates just standing there like,
what are you doing?
Take some balls right there, man. I'm sorry.
And then
I would have put tape on that shit.
We have the Coastal Derby, or as I like to call it, the relegation derby, the last 2 teams at the end, since there is no relegation in Australia. So the derby of the losers, Newcastle Jets and Central Coast Mariners. It really does nothing for them. They're still in last place and second to last place. So who really cares?
How many teams are in the league in total?
11, 12 teams? 11 teams. Yeah. It came out a few days ago because there was a lawsuit against MLS. There were lower league teams that were suing MLS to get promotion and relegation.
Yep,
and FIFA came out, and within the FIFA memo, it read that the United States and Australia do not need to have promotion and relegation because they are in their own system and they're going to be left to their own system that way. So anyone who wants
the L for both countries, to be honest.
I mean, the more I watch the A-League, the more similarities it has to MLS. And I just laugh it off. The only thing they don't have are designated players, and They can spend their money however they want, but that league cap is just horrible for players. I mean, I feel bad for some of these players. They're probably making probably like 30 grand a year.
Oof. But yet the teams are probably like freaking swimming in money from sponsorships and all that stuff.
I'm sure it's like that. That's tough.
Yeah, but the disappointing part, sorry to cut you off. The disappointing part and all that, like for any fans like here in America that want the MLS for promotion and relegation, we can't even depend on FIFA to give us a freaking hand. They're just like, nah, we'll leave that.
That's y'all problem.
Like we look at them like the crappy UN, and they're just like, nah, you're good. Like, you deal with that shit. And it sucks for like all these grassroots teams. Like, like I follow a lot of grassroots teams here in the States, and it's just like, man, it's just like if only we could see these teams like in a better light than just having to like know about them low key. It's just, I don't know, it sucks. But anyways, continue, Sal.
Yeah. So going back to that, I mean, similarities to both leagues. I think Australia has the worst. You just have to watch some of these games and look at the stands, and the stands are empty on a lot of games. Watching the Brisbane game, I kind of was like, yo. So the camera facing side, nothing but empty seats. And there were a gang load of empty seats. And I was just like, dang, some of these clubs have to get out of these 30, 40, 50,000 seat stadiums.
Right.
They just can't because of whatever rules the Australian FFA, whatever they go by, but just hamper some of these teams. And it sucks for them because you don't want to see a stadium looking like Houston.
Oh my goodness. Shots thrown around everywhere.
Shots fired, man. Woo!
I'll say this to any of my Galaxy friends that are watching this. Tickets to Houston are still $60 right now, round trip. So get your ass to Houston. I know it says they're sold out, but don't worry. You'll get in the stadium somehow. There's no one in. A-League table going up. Sydney FC stand at 40 points, 10 points clear of Melbourne City at 30. Perth Glory at 29. Wellington Phoenix at 24. Adelaide United at 24. And Brisbane Roar at 22. That basically are your playoff spots. And your final two spots, as I said, the last place teams, Central Coast and Newcastle Jets at 13 points each. What are you hearing about? So here's how
I don't know, just from playing like FIFA Ultimate Team, like I've seen the Central Coast Mariner like logo or whatever, like when you like get like a player like their card and everything. Yeah. I just like the logo, but I don't know anything about the team.
Their uniforms are great.
And yeah, they're really nice.
Their mascot is a ketchup bottle. I'm not joking. That's dope. There's a ketchup bottle also at the end of the stadium too, like a giant. But yeah, Melbourne Victory, just to show you guys how far they've fallen, they are at 16 points, where last year they ended at, I believe it was 52 points. I believe last year it was they ended at.
So that's a complete drop off.
Yeah. You lost Honda, you basically just, yeah.
So how does this whole system work? You have a playoff, and then
so it's just like MLS. You
MLS
have whoever wins first place during the whole of the season gets. Here you go. You get a trophy, whatever.
Okay.
You get playoffs. Though playoff determines the real winner, and Sydney is basically the Galaxy of that league, the Manchester United of that league, the Madrid of that league. Basically, you want any player that's big name will be there. Andre Pirlo played down there for a couple of years as well.
Okay, so that's my team.
Yeah. I mean, they're completing a double, so that's whatever.
Yeah. Quick question though. Goodness gracious! As soon as I said quick question, it flew right out of my head. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'll get back to you. I know, it really just flew out. So you guys can continue.
All right, where am I at? And that's that for the A-League. So the game between both Western Sydney Wanderers and Sydney FC will be rescheduled for another day, not yet known. I hope Western Sydney loses because they are like LAFC, so fuck them. The end of the story.
Well, we can as far as
yes, the question.
Yes, it came back. All right, so we spoke about this last week. You said that ESPN or ESPN Plus,
Yes,
right? They show these games. Is there a way that you can rewatch them at a later time if you don't catch them live?
yes, they are always on demand on ESPN Plus.
Nice.
So for any of you who are on the fence of buying ESPN Plus, buy it. You'll be able to watch all these games on demand whenever
So
you
now
want.
I can follow Sydney and be like, yeah, that's my team.
Yo, ESPN needs to cut Sal a check because he's been promoting ESPN Plus for a long time.
I need that. I need that bag, ESPN Plus. You know, I need I need a nice check sign and I need a jacket. Jacket of my game. I don't care.
I would say $2.99 for every subscription.
That sounds fair right there.
Yeah. Give my boy a percentage. Let's go.
I mean,
it's kind of like a Twitch
subscription.
Too.
You know,
half of like the subscription.
No one here in the U.S. has been promoting the A-League like I have, so I'd like some bag A-League. I'd like to see some money, some sponsorship. I don't know what, but
are they still sponsored? Are they still sponsored by Hyundai?
No, they're losing that sponsorship. So A-League, FieldTalk, the A-League sponsored by FieldTalk. That's
free Hyundai. Give me a free Hyundai before you lose that. I'll take one. Hyundai Sonata.
Mario will take the Hyundai. I don't want
Sonata. Hyundai. Sonata's a good car, bro. I don't know.
The Hyundai Sonatas nowadays are pretty
so
baller.
Nice. Yeah.
I'll take one.
I'll take
Thanks
Toyota.
to Sal. Are they getting? Is that who's gonna sponsor them?
I don't know. Toyota sponsors the A-League in a lot of commercials, so I'm like,
maybe they're next up.
But
Toyota is a big car company down there in Australia, though.
I mean, little tidbit more before I leave off of this. I went to McDonald's yesterday, and because I've been watching the A-League so much, I was like, "Yo, let me get some Mackers." People were like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Oh shit, that's right, this is America. My bad." Oh shit.
What are the Mackers? What are Mackers?
Big Mac?
No, that's McDonald's. That's the name that they give McDonald's.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I was like, "Yo, I need some Mackers." I'm like, "Oh shit."
Mackers.
I'm like, "Oh shit."
Let's go get some Mackers, mate.
I'd like a frozen Coke, but they don't sell that shit up here. They don't sell that Mexican Big Mac they have down there. There's a Mexican Big Mac.
Wow.
And I want that.
I'm interested to know what that Mexican Big Mac consists of. Even though I don't eat much McDonald's, I'd probably try that.
Remember when McDonald's had the McChicken and fries as a meal? Those were the good old days.
They do.
They still have it?
Well, I think they came back because you can either do that or get cheeseburger.
Okay, we're actually tripping out right now. So back to football. Back to football. Shout out McDonald's if you guys want to sponsor Field Talk. We're out here. Ronald McDonald's been my boy since I was like 5. But anyways, as far as the Premier League, most of it has been on a break. And as I said last week, not having to deal with the stress of being a Man United fan for about 2 weeks now. I feel rejuvenated. I'm ready for them to come back and let me down again. So
I'm
ready to get hurt all over again, Man United. Let's go. But as far as the Premier League goes, we did have a couple games. We had Everton versus Crystal Palace. Everton won 3-1. Ancelotti is really doing bits with Everton. I think that next season they're really going to be something to deal with because not only do they have an amazing coach, that board is not scared to spend money now. And a lot of the players that they have, Calvert-Lewin is having an incredible season. Richarlison, they've got a squad, and Ancelotti it's going to be a big deal. There's a lot of things happening in the Premier League right now. Newcastle is about to get taken over by some Saudi owners. So we know how they like to put money into their team, so they could be instantly rejuvenated. Moving forward, they might be an actual problem again, like it's freaking 1990 or something. We have Brighton versus Watford 1-1, and Sheffield United versus Bournemouth, which ended 2-1 to Sheffield United, which I believe Sheffield United is 5th in table. They are not playing around. But that's really pretty much it. I do have some Premier League room. Oh, but we have a question from the A-League man himself. What to do?
Yeah. Who's Sheffield United's coach again? What's his name?
What is his name, bro?
I'm like blanking. But the coach of the year is coming up. So him or Klopp?
You know they're gonna.
I'd take. Well, yeah, they're gonna give it to Klopp based on the season they're having, but deservedly it'd be Sheffield United, being that they came out of nowhere, basically left field.
Sure, because people had them in the relegation table, I'm sure, at the beginning. So I would give it to them, but Klopp is probably gonna win it. And I kind of don't want to. I don't, because we come out here and take the piss out of Liverpool a lot, but I wanted to be clear that I think that Klopp is a really good coach. I want to say that because I hate the Scousers. I always hate them, but Klopp is a really good coach. And I guess it's about time that he starts winning. That's not what I'm going for.
I did see on Twitter some asinine person tried to say that Klopp is better than Zidane. Sorry, my guy, but that was not it. That was not it.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I mean, Klopp doesn't win trophies, so you can't even, once Klopp puts up those numbers, then maybe we can have that discussion. But right now, they're not the same.
I'll just easily put it like this: 7 finals for Klopp, 3 wins. 9 finals for Zidane, 9 wins. The boy wins.
Is out here, bro.
Once Klopp has 3 Champions Leagues in a row, then we'll
that conversation. I don't even Twitter. I don't even know why I'm surprised that we saw an asinine tweet from somebody on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's
wait. I had 2 questions, and I forgot one, but I remember one.
All right, what's up?
Remember, you had to do that in class,
No, it was like this when you got in the line. You had to.
But anyways, what was it? Okay, Calvert-Lewin. Where's he from? Like nationality-wise?
I feel like he's English.
Yeah,
I think so too, right? I was just making sure because the Euros is coming up. So would you say with the season he's having, he's putting his name in contention?
If he can stay consistent, I think Southgate has to consider him because we don't know when and how healthy Harry Kane's going to be by the time the Euro comes. So England's going to have some decisions to make. But as far as forwards, England actually has a lot of firepower. You got to remember Sancho, Sterling, Rashford probably more than likely going to be back by then.
Yeah, but are you going to play them as wingers or are you going to play them as strikers?
Yeah, that's the
thing. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like he's got forward options. I mean, striker options are probably slack. So I mean, I think Calvert-Lewin has an inside track because I mean, who else?
So yeah, he is English. So
yeah, he's English for sure. But yeah, there really wasn't that much else as far as Premier League goes. I was gonna talk about how much of a weirdo Pep Guardiola is, but I don't want to really get into that. But he's a in the words of one of my favorite full-time Devils guys on YouTube and the Twitter, Gaz Drinkwater, he's a weird fucker. And that is the truth because Pep is a weird guy. But anyways, good manager, just a weird guy. These Pochettino rumors, really quick. Pochettino rumors all over the timeline. Apparently, Duncan Castles, a respected journalist across the pond, is saying that his sources are telling him that Pochettino is ready to become the next Man United manager. He says that his people have been communicating with Ed Woodward. And then it's coming from different places as well. So apparently Pochettino was, I don't know if he was I don't know what league game. He was at a game recently and he was filmed with an associate to Man United. So now that rumor is picking up steam as well. And for me, it's really hard to kind of give my thoughts on this because while I would want Pochettino, if we fire Ollie, then it just goes to show how far this club has fallen. Like there's no plan. You know what I mean? There's no plan at all if we just chop him. After one, he's only had 2 transfer windows. He's had a summer and a winter window. And it just goes to show and then if Poch comes in and he flops, then what? Who are we going to cry for next? You know what I mean? Is Pochettino a better manager than Ollie? Yeah, I believe so. Does he have more credentials than Ollie? Yeah, I believe so. I mean, he hasn't won a trophy, but I mean, he's proven in the Premier League. You know what he did with Southampton before he went to Tottenham, coaching in La Liga as well. His CV is definitely better than Ali's, but there needs to be a plan, man. And I just don't know how to feel about it, because while I would want him to come in and coach the team, it would just show that we have no plan and no real football brains running the club, which is why we're so shit now.
But okay, let's say he comes in though, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's not doing so well. Do you just axe him immediately, or do you give him that little bit of time? Because look how much time you're giving Ollie. And
you have to, though. You have to give him time, because after Pochettino, who else? Who else is out there that you think is going to save the team? And honestly, if Pochettino comes in and he flops, that's even more indictment on the board and owners, because it's like, yo, Pochettino's a quality manager and he's freaking tanking left field. You're not buying players. You know, I mean, it's more of an indictment on them. But we'll see what happens.
But I feel like if you get Pochettino, you better get players.
No,
you better make an initiative to get players, because you can't just get Pochettino and think, you know, all is healed.
Hey, man, trust me, I know. But the Glazers,
I know we all know, but I'm just saying, like, you know, for those that, you know, don't think that just Pochettino is going to be the answer.
Right. And that's what I'm seeing a lot on Twitter. Like, people are like, oh, man, fire Ali, he's a fraud, get Pochettino in. I'm like, yeah, you want Pochettino in, right? But if the board didn't back Mourinho, they didn't back Louis van Gaal, and to be fair to Moyes, they didn't back Moyes because Moyes was promised Bale and Fabregas.
Yeah.
To be fair, let's be real. Moyes was promised Fabregas and no, not Bale and Cruz, I think.
Yeah,
Bale promised Cruz?
He was promised Cruz, and
Cruz was always a big target name for them.
It was either Cruz and Bale or Fabregas and Bale. Whatever. He was promised players he didn't get. You know who he bought? Marwan Fellaini. On deadline day or some crap like that, bro. Are you kidding me? So all these managers didn't get backed. And to be fair to Moyes didn't get back, but Moyes was in over his head. But Louis van Gaal is a legendary manager. You're not going to back him. Mourinho is one of the greatest managers of all time. He's not going to get back. Oli is a club legend. He's not getting backed. What do you think? You're going to bring Pochettino in? They're going to back him too? It's a dangerous cycle with Man United, man. But like I said, we're back next Monday, and I'm ready to get hurt all over again. Glory, glory. Man United.
Who do you play?
We play Chelsea.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's going to be.
Wait, Monday the 17th?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I get to watch it. I don't got to work. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And that is officially it for my Premier League roundup.
Well, anything else we want to talk about?
We do have to talk about that race in Italy before we got to
beautiful race in Italy.
Premier League wise,
Mourinho
looks hella fire with that haircut.
Yeah, okay. Mourinho's the boy, man. He's one of my favorite managers like ever, just because he's box office, bro.
He easily just pulled that shit off, like.
Yeah, he just pulled it off.
He's like, "What's up, people?"
Yeah, he did that before in Man United, and they were like, yo, he trolled everybody. He's like, oh, yeah, a lot of you guys can't cut your hair like this. It's all gone already. He's awesome, man. I really wanted him to succeed at Man United, but they didn't back him. And the way his personality is, he's like, yo, y'all not going to back me. I'm burning the whole house down. And that's what he did. He basically called all the players shit. You know what I'm saying? The board. He was gone, bro. So, whatever. But as far as Italy goes, it's lit out there.
It is the best league you can watch right now at this point. You have a top 3 race of
Inter, 1, Juve, Lazio, and then Atalanta's 4, but they're way off pace.
Yeah,
Atalanta.
Yeah, what I say? Atalanta? What did I say?
Atalanta. I don't know. I don't think you pronounce it.
Atlanta, like in Spanish, Atlanta.
Yeah, exactly.
So how do I say? How am I supposed to say it? Atalanta.
Yes.
And what did I say?
I think you said Atlanta, but in Spanish.
Spanish.
Anyways, the Serie A is really literally separated by 1 point right now.
Yeah, you have Inter and Juve at 54, Lazio at 53. All 3 teams with kinks in their back line, horrible kinks in their back line. It's just who wants it more at this point, really. I'll throw my money at Lazio. They seem to be scoring goals.
I like it too.
Left and right. And Immobile is just a beast at this point in the season. So my money's on Lazio with Inter at second and Juve at third because Sarri has just turned down Juve.
So you think Lazio is going to win it?
Yeah.
You, Benzi, what about you?
I'm gonna go with the GOAT. I'm not gonna call it so it's like out of reach. But the man is scoring 20 goals in 20 games. Yeah. He's trying to hold the team afloat on his own. The
Bro,
GOAT
man got the man button and he changing up. He's like, yo, I'm about to. Yo, first of all,
he got the samurai look and chopping the goals in left and right, man.
And for me, as much as I don't want to go against the GOAT because he's literally my favorite player of all time, I'm gonna go with Man United B, Inter Milan.
Hey, Ashley Young's been looking pretty good at this point.
All of them boys turned up in that derby. Freaking Alexis with an assist, Lukaku scoring. I think Ashley Young, he contributed some type of way. Man United B, man, Serie A. Let's go.
You know what I forgot? That Mario Brozovic plays at Inter Milan. Such a great low-key player.
I've never heard of that guy.
Yeah. He's at Inter Milan?
He scored.
He scored. Oh, damn, that is him.
And I totally forgot that he played there until I saw that goal. I was like, holy crap. I was like, Mario Brozovic, the freaking, like, he was supposed to go to some Premier League team, I believe. I can't remember where. But, hey, whatever. He's doing things in Inter Milan.
He's being the GOAT for Inter Milan right now.
Yeah.
Man, you know,
Romelu Lukaku is doing things.
I knew he was going to go there and bang goals, though. I knew he was going to do that. He's a quality striker.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, but that derby, though, man, I thought Milan had that derby won.
AC Milan is just that club is finished, bro. That club is finished.
Hey, don't talk about
it. No, I don't want. I mean, bro, this hurts me. But
I'm a Parma fan. Where's Parma on the table? Can you get something at me?
Yeah, I'll tell you right now. Let me get the table up.
On top. Hold on, I had that up somewhere.
Parma is number 9, above Milan.
Hey, go figure. But if you know Parma's had some greats come through that club. Yes. I'm talking about great.
Oh, it's just the decline of Italian soccer is shameful, man.
Yeah, it is.
But before we go, I was thinking about this, and I wanted to get you guys' answer really quick before we go. Who, in your opinion, since you guys have been watching the sport, is the best free kick taker that you've ever seen?
Ooh.
Damn, man. That's a loaded gun.
Yeah, it is. I can start because it's my thing and I was thinking about it. And it's for me, I'm going to go because, damn, there's so many, dog. And then, okay, I'm going to pick Andrea Pirlo, but I want to give our honorable mention to Juninho.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Are we talking about free kick taking, like as in the scoring opportunity?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. Like
yeah.
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 Because I'm talking about, you could be like ball placement, all that stuff.
Scoring, yeah.
I'm going to go with Juninho.
The Juninho, like, it was hard for me to pick between them two.
I'm with Mario.
Cano or however you say it.
Juninho was best. Man. Leon wouldn't have won how many titles in a row?
Yeah, he was fire, bro. He was so fire. But like, it's just like with Pirlo, it was like for me, it's just like, dude, I swear to God, like it feels like people have joked about this all the time, but like that dude could literally play the game with a glass of wine and not spill it at all, bro. Like his technique was just so fire, and he played for AC Milan when they were fire. Unfortunately, they're not fire anymore.
Okay, well, I got a quick question then too.
All right.
Kroos and Modric or Iniesta and Xavi?
And primes?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh my God.
See, this is one of those questions where
you know why it pissing me off, bro? Because it's like Xavi Hernandez was so raw, bro, but prime Modric, Kroos. I don't want to. I don't know. I'll go last. Let me go last.
Oh man, I can't either. Because I mean, yes, those Barcelona teams wouldn't have functioned without Iniesta and Xavi.
I'm gonna I'm gonna decide it this way because I can't even speak right now. I'm gonna decide it like this. I'm gonna go Cruz and Modric only because, and this might be a stupid reason, but only because there's more goals between them two. They're way better scorers than Iniesta and Xavi were. Sergio Ramos has more goals than Iniesta, so come on, let's go.
that says a lot now.
So I'm picking Modric and Cruz in their primes. Well, Cruz is probably still in his prime, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Cruz is still balling.
Mm-hmm.
Best pass in the game.
That was a tough one, bro.
I mean, yeah, I'll have to go Cruz and Modric too, because you watch Cruz sometimes play and you're like, how unreal is this man playing still and
passing the ball?
Yeah,
nuts.
Not only that, Luka's the only one out of those four with the Ballon d'Or, so
that's also true.
Yep. And he almost single-handedly won a World Cup. So.
Yeah.
Came close.
Yeah,
super close. If they wasn't for so many overtimes or extra times, whatever you want to call it, they would have probably had a good chance. What would you like us to do?
We got a comment.
I'm waiting to see what it is that we can do.
Yes.
What can we do for you? I don't want to say his name. That definitely says Gabor 81, right? I'm not sure.
Yeah. It does.
We're just waiting here.
Oh, hey. George Foreman Grill. Yes, we'll make sure. Hold on. How do we? Oh no, here you go. There you go.
There you go.
Listen, ladies. So check me out. Gabor 81 is looking for a Valentine. All you gotta do, supply the Foreman Grill.
That's it.
There we go.
I mean, I got a quick story on the George Foreman Grill. So before it was named the George Foreman Grill, it was offered up to Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan decided not to give them a call back, and they offered Hulk Hogan a blender. That blender ended up blowing up on people's faces. George Foreman became an instant hit. There you go. Always be right for people. That's the moral of the story.
Interesting. I remember that. I remember reading somewhere that Hulk Hogan was supposed to get
down,
the grill. Yeah, I do remember that.
That was.
Well, on that note, everybody, Gabor wants a George Foreman Grill.
There you go.
But anyway,
I'm sure he'll be I'm sure that's a great Valentine. So just Foreman Grill. Now, Gabor, are we talking about the small Foreman Grill? Or you need the full duty? Maybe doesn't matter. He just wants a Foreman Grill.
He just wants.
At the end of the day, he's gonna be able to cook something for the ladies.
Right.
It works out.
No problem, man. Thank you for tuning in.
We hope that you guys enjoyed this beautiful long hour show. We did have a lot to give you. Tune in next week. When should we go after? Because Premier League is be back this weekend.
Yes, we still have. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it runs through Monday too. Cause I know Man U plays Monday.
Yeah.
All right, so
Arsenal play Sunday.
Okay, so a week from today we'll be back, and so yeah, we'll do Tuesday, and then we'll do La Liga and the Premier League. Hazard will be back this weekend, so I'll be able to update you guys on that. Also, we'll be out of town, so it's gonna be hard for me to catch all these games. So we'll see how that goes. Justin, I'll be in your neck of the woods.
Hey.
So maybe I'll see you Sunday and we can talk football.
That sounds dope.
Anyways, sounds good, right? So yeah, subscribe, like. It'll help us out. We'll be able to continue giving you more.
Oh wait,
nobody picked it up.
I was waiting on the cue. There it is. You guys already know what to do. The tags are not on the screen, but you know what to do. Follow my boy at FieldTalk_Benzi, at SalTalkSoccer, at FieldTalkJust_. We are FieldTalk. And you know what it is about. Content. And one more time for Gabor 81, looking for a Valentine. You guys pick up that Foreman Grill, get it to him. He'll probably grill you up something. And you know what to do. Subscribe, like, share, comment.
There you go. All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Thank you for tuning in. Peace
Yep.
out.